Today, I'm joined by Priyank Savani, Chairman and Managing Director of Identixweb Limited. They're running an entire Shopify app portfolio. Over 13 apps live, over 100,000 plus app installs across all these apps. These are like serious scale numbers. Can you walk us through the entire journey from one app to all the other apps that you have built?
But when we start our first app, we are seeing that customers are requesting some solutions, so we build one app. So like that, we also get some interaction with customers who are already facing something. So like that, we also bring new ideas, new features for our products, and like that, we are growing and adding new and new customers and new features.
One of your top 1-2 apps in the entire portfolio.
Shopify not providing any upselling option. Shopify provides you only a checkout and delivery option.
What do you think is one of the most important category where merchants should focus on? Priyank, if someone wants to connect with you to learn more about your apps or to discuss partnerships, where they can actually reach out? Hey, welcome to the SaaS Hub Podcast, and this is the Shopify Founders Edition, Season 1. I'm your host, Yuvraj Kevte, founder of the SaaSHub.com, an independent platform curating the top 10 Shopify apps in every category, helping merchants and agencies discover the very best tools to grow their business. On the show, we go behind the scenes with the builders shaping the Shopify ecosystem. Real conversations, real numbers, real lessons. Today, I'm joined by Priyank Savani, Chairman and Managing Director of Identixweb Limited and Munim ERP Private Limited. Priyank and his team aren't just building one app. They're running an entire Shopify app portfolio with over 13 apps live on the App Store and over 100,000 plus combined installs across all of their apps. They have quietly built one of the most widely used Shopify app ecosystem in the space. Well, we will talk about where it started, how they went from an agency to product, and what it takes to actually maintain that kind of scale, right from support, updates, retentions, and everything. So let's get into it. Hi, Priyank. Finally, good to have you on the podcast. We have been talking about doing this for a while now, and I'm really glad we are finally making this happen. How everything going on your end these days?
First of all, thank you for considering me and inviting me for your podcast. It's great for me to join you and on this conversation, and I am happy to answer you all the things which we can share.
Absolutely, absolutely. Thanks a lot once again. So you have actually got a lot going on, leading two companies, a very big and growing team, and a very active product suite. But before we dive into all the Shopify stuff, just quickly want to touch upon one of your latest venture, Munim ERP, for some context for our audience. I know it's not part of the Shopify app ecosystem, but it's part of your journey. So would really love to learn a bit more about it as well.
Okay. Munim, one of Asian Indian word, which is called for accounting purpose, who are doing accounting. Based Munim ERP Private Limited is we started 3 years ago. The aiming was building billing and accounting features in one platform, and later on we add one more product, GST return filing, which is also going to be helpful for the businesses who are doing the business, doing accounting and billing. So that way we started that business.
Awesome, awesome. That's great context, man. I think India definitely need a very robust GST filing and accounting solution. I think the Indian taxing and accounting is very complex. I kind of don't understand anything and I 100% blindly rely on my CA for that. But I think Munim does a lot quicker, better, and at a cheaper rate. I've definitely had a look at the platform earlier and I think it's off to a very great start.
Yeah. Look, any Indian business owner who is doing business with GST number, so we create a very simple solution for them. Like they can create business doing their accounting own self, and they also can return file directly on GST platform using our software. They don't need ongoing CS tax consultant, ongoing monthly charges. So by our software, they can do themselves easily.
Wow, that's fantastic. Thanks a lot for sharing more context. But today, let's shift our gear
Yeah.
because I want to talk more about what you have done in the Shopify ecosystem and with Identix Web. Now, let's take it from the top. you started out as a Shopify development agency, right?
Yes, like we started Identixweb before 8 years. At that time, we are doing only Shopify services like Shopify Store development, then after custom apps for clients, public apps for clients as well. We did. So, after that, we are based on the client requirement, we are seeing like many common requirement we are getting from clients. So this common requirement we converted to public app, and that is how we shifted to Shopify products. Like our first product we released on 2016 around. So might be it is right now 8 to 9 years we are building Shopify apps for our own.
Wow, that's amazing. And by the way, that's around about the same time. I think I got into the Shopify ecosystem in the early April 2016. I joined one of the first Shopify Plus partners back in the days for helping them grow their sales and everything. So I think you guys have been there in the ecosystem for a while now. That's amazing.
Yes, that time ecosystem very small. Might be that time only 2,500 around Shopify apps in App Store publicly available.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, in App Store.
Yeah, yeah. I remember that because before that I was running a dropship store, and we kind of were importing and exporting products from AliExpress. And I do remember going to Shopify App Store at multiple occasions for finding some apps. And yeah, still, I think as a merchant, I felt there were still too many apps. But today there are like over 14,000 plus apps. So now it's again getting crowded. But I think I really love something that started off with a grand app strategy of sorts. You actually started with real world problems which your clients were actually facing, and then you worked very closely with them, and then you manually over the years have built this entire apps portfolio.
Right. Our journey is like when we are doing services. So we are directly working with the clients, Shopify store owners. So we know like what is missing, what is not working properly with Shopify, what they are needed, and still continue. We are still working with Shopify store owners. So we are ongoing. Know what is the issue right now with the Shopify merchants, what they needed actually. So based on that, like we are improving our products, our services, if required. Like we are seeing any new opportunity in Shopify App Store, then we can create a new product as well. So if you see, like recently we added some products in this year, in 25, we added two more products in App Store by seeing the requirements by different merchants, different customers who are using our solutions and services.
Wow, that's impressive, man. So over 13 apps live, over 100,000 plus app installs across all these apps. These are like serious scale numbers. Can you walk us through the entire journey from one app to all the other apps that you have built? Well, for sure, you told like you launched with one and then over the years you built, but I think would really love to understand. And for others who kind of now thinking on launching multiple apps, what strategy they should actually follow.
We don't know how we get that journey right now, but when we start our first step, we are seeing like customers are requesting some solutions, so we build one app. Then after customers are we are working with the store owners, so we are seeing some opportunity with other apps, second app, third app. Like that, we are adding more and more apps in our portfolio, which customer are demanding as a custom solution, as a requirement, or anything. And see also like comparing with other e-commerce platforms what they are providing and what which functionality not available in Shopify. Let's suppose considering two WooCommerce that are most popular, Magento is popular platform the time. Now Shopify beat everything, every platform.
Right.
So the time we are seeing like merchant what other e-commerce store owners are using in their stores, which we can bring to Shopify ecosystem. So like that way, we also bring two, three ideas in Shopify ecosystem, which is not available in App Store as well. None of the products that time available related to our ideas or which other store owners are using. So other store owners are using means Shopify store owners also require that features, but none of that providing that is might be Shopify store owners not are able to use it. So like that ideas also we bring to Shopify ecosystem. And like as we work with clients and we are getting support, and I go to meetings as well with customers who are using our products with support team. And we I already stuck our support team, when they go in meeting, we ask customers like behalf after our app, whatever the issue they face. After that, they ask what are they additional facing, what they need if Shopify provide them, as if Shopify provide them or other apps if available, then how it is useful for them. So like that, we also get some interaction with customers who are already facing something. So like that, we also bring new ideas, new features for our products, and like that, we are growing and adding new and new customers and new features.
Wow, I think that's a clever growth hack. I mean, to all the builders listening, I think talking to merchants is kind of unlocks the entire next level of data points for you. Understanding what issues they're facing outside of your app, trying to see if there are solutions available. If not better solutions available, then can you actually build those features in your app? And if not, create a completely new app that actually solves that particular pain point. And I think that's how typically you have built and grown the overall ecosystem. But I still do have one major question. With so many apps, I'm sure there is a huge load across all these products. I mean, right from feature updates, bug reports, app store compliance, merchant supports, literally sounds like a ton. And most importantly, most of your apps also have a build for Shopify batch. So I think that again adds up to the entire pressure and workload. How are you guys managing all that?
Okay. Look, we are only working for Shopify services, majorly like our business focusing on Shopify services only. So let's suppose Shopify release any new update. Let's suppose any new Polaris version as well, new API version as well. So we know, let's suppose one thing they update, we know like we need to update it to our entire products. Where what we implemented where we know. And behind almost 70 around team members are working in Identixweb who are managing the product, service, marketings, and everything, support. So anywhere we found any one changes, so it spread to other team members as well. So they are keep it maintaining. If you see like all our major products right now we have built for Shopify. Built for Shopify record many checklists from which Shopify provided. So if let's suppose anywhere we found any lack when Shopify provides us any update like this checklist is not you fulfill. So the same checklist we also follow by in other apps as well before Shopify point it. So like that way we keep maintaining our product, adding all the latest things which is mandatory and need to follow. We are following.
No, I think that's quite underrated. I think most people think growth is all about just ads and partnerships, but I think the biggest unlock or the biggest mode today is not just running ads and doing random partnership, but it's mostly around having the right team, following all the guidelines, having a tighter process and compliance. I think that is where the real growth unlocks once you actually have a huge portfolio like what you guys have. But there's still a $1 million question that I have there. I see every day almost hundreds of apps getting launched on App Store. And at the same time, every week, hundreds or thousands of apps also get removed. Uh, so, I mean, any suggestions for someone who's kind of thinking of launching their app or who's already launched but they haven't got any customers? Like, how do you actually make sure that once your app is live, you drive adoption and keep merchants around?
Okay. Look, it is not overnight success. Like we also need 6 to 7 years of time. So once right now in App Store, crowded platform is very crowded. So you need to keep patient. Like need to reach one to one merchant, get install, get review, and like you need to spend time 1 or 2 year. After that, like your reputation build, some review build. Then after your Shopify App Store as well, they give you opportunity once you spend time with him, not like within one day or within 1 month you get like 100,000 of installs. You need to spend time improve your product because you build your product as per your knowledge, but actual merchants are out, your opposite side. When they use, they keep it installed, then Shopify understand like your product is useful to merchants, then after Shopify like gives you ranking. So as you get ranking installs, more and more merchant, more and more customers are start using your app. getting review, but it take time. Like consider you need to wait, take patient for 1 year minimum. Then after you get decide like what is your instruction or not, you need to take effort as well. Like it is not like that. Publish your app and thus sit back. Not work like that way. You need to keep working as well for that.
No, absolutely. And I've actually seen this time and time again. Like when I look at most of all the successful apps, they've actually been there in the ecosystem for over 3, 4, 5 plus years. And today, what I feel is a very unrealistic expectation with anyone who's launching a new app is they want to launch an app, and from the day one, they kind of want to get sales, get customers onboarded, go to that $1,000 MRR or $10,000 MRR milestone. I think people today kind of feel, I mean, they have this thought that just by launching an app, they're kind of gonna build an huge empire. They're not understanding the overall, the time, the effort, the patience, and the due diligence it actually takes to scale an app to a certain level.
Right. Need to
No, I
keep.
think that's amazing. And I think one of the core fundamental, like as you grow and as your app actually picks up traction and you start getting installs, I think customer support is literally at the forefront, right? I mean, you literally can't deny. And with multiple apps like yours, having a proper process, a dedicated team to ensure your customers are responded instantly or at least at the fastest as possible would be the biggest driver, not only in conversion, but also in retention. What are your thoughts around that?
Yes, definitely. Look, Shopify merchant nowadays have more options. Like once they install your app, consider they also install your computer 5 apps as well. So when merchant raise any single question, how fast you are able to reach them and provide the solutions. So right now, almost our support team is available. We try to cover out of 22 hours out of 24 hours. So
Wow.
we try maximum possibility when any merchant come on our platform, any of our product, we are available if they ask or not. In case they ask, if we provide instant replay by anything, like let's suppose it's technically sure any features they are requesting, but if we like get back within 10 minutes, 15 minutes, they get respond, like they realize like we are available and we are answering. So they wait for next 2 days. It is not an issue. But if they didn't get the reply within 1 hour, they are not wait for you next 2 days. It is sure because
No,
they to explore next 5 apps as well in that 1 hour.
no, and then what you said is bang on 100% right, because when I was selling apps to merchants, and whenever I used to talk to them, hey, how did you find us, are you also exploring a couple of other apps apart from us, and they always used to say, yes, I'm looking at 3, 4 different apps. And typically every time you need to see, like, the moment you get an install, uh, probably that merchant has installed a couple of more apps, and whosoever reaches out to them first, whosoever makes sure that their presence is felt and the merchant feel that okay, they have been heard, their problem or issue has been acknowledged. I think that's kind of like the first level of trust that you are actually building with that merchant, and that then eventually turns into a long lasting partnership or a business relationship.
Yes. Right now, you can consider like app developer time is gone. Like before 7 year, like you are the only one in the app store with the same only solution. So merchant need to wait for you. Right now, merchant is only one who is installing your app, but computer is available 10 apps. So now they have
True.
more options to they need to choose.
No, I think yeah, that's even a bigger problem, because it goes a long way in saying what we are doing at the SaaS Hub, where we are kind of trying to curate the top 10 apps, right? Because every category today, if you just search for anything, there are over 100 plus apps. And it's not just bad when it comes to having 100 plus apps, but the problem is half of those apps don't even have proper support, don't even have proper features integrated, just that they are there and it just kind of adding to the noise. And that's why merchants are also very frustrated, and a curated list like what we are building is kind of going to solve that problem. And at the same time, partners like yours who are actually at the forefront of always being there, available, supporting their customers 24 into 7, are kind of setting up good and high expectations to the merchants, because I think that's what ensures that when a merchant starts working with you, they typically don't go and switch to another app. They stick with you. They're ready to wait, even if there are delays in terms of figuring out issues or solving one of their challenges. But I think that first level of trust, that first response that goes out there, uh, kinds of build that early base for the relationship.
Yeah. Who are our early customers who install, like we've seen some customers who are using our product since 5 years, 4 years, and 3 years. They are still with us without any uninstall, like any glitch. Because right now we are seeing new store owners. They are continue install, uninstall, install, uninstall. It means they are trying other things as well. But once you give customer confidence, you are available anytime, anywhere, then you didn't see uninstall, install like that activities with the store and the merchant.
I think that's really great. Now, coming to your apps portfolio, I'm sure that, I mean, all the apps solves a major pain point, and that's why those apps are built. But what would you say are like one of your top one two apps in the entire portfolio, which kind of like has the highest traction, and then any particular reason those categories are kind of picking up higher than the others?
One is in upsell category. We have iCart app, which is providing cart upselling solution, cart drawer, and full cart upselling options. So as Shopify not providing any upselling option default in cart drawer, pop-up cart, considering cart drawer means quick cart. There are different names. Then after full cart page, their cart page. So in this, our app work like they can add progress bar, which showing urgency to add or something, so they can get discount, add additional bonus amounts, additional free shippings like that. Then after upselling options available, product upsell, single product upsell, multiple product recommendation options, bundles, like that options available, volume discounts available like that. So with iCard, what we see is uh, whoever using it properly will set up properly. With that, we are seeing like 20 to 30% AOV with the order. So like that, customers are we are seeing like using our app since long, and they are getting very good benefit. So we are following the same things to other merchants. We are when they come to support, then we are showing them like how you should set up your store. So it gives you better and better AOV every time. So one is the iCart, which is in upsell category. Second is our stellar delivery date. Delivery date is something like Shopify provides you only checkout and delivery options, but who are doing self delivery, their local area, their city, their town only. For that, let's suppose any bakery shop, and they are selling cakes. Whenever customer order, they want this cake for any particular festival, their birthday, anniversary, or any time. And this birthday festivals might be the same day, particular time they are doing celebrations. Let's suppose uh, on 31st December, they have party at 7 p.m.
Right.
at the evening. So customers order early for book their cake and reach at their fixed time on their that time. Otherwise, the cake and bakery shops are not like a frozen food. They can order before week and keep it somewhere, and then after they can cook it and use it. It is not like that. So, like store owners, food, flower shop, or bakery shop, restaurants who are delivering their self and providing something fresh to their customers. They are using our product. In this, customers can choose their date, particular and particular time where they want their order. Either they pick from the store. So all the options are available. Their delivery options are available. Picking options are also available. Who are not doing delivery, but the store is that popular. So all the merchants want to pick from the store. Let's suppose Domino's you consider. Domino's, someone want to go and eat, but the rush hours, holiday and that time rush hours. So what they do? They do early booking for their date and time from where when they come to eat. So that way, the store know the customer is coming and need to ready that order. So customer can directly serve it. So like that solution also possible with our stellar delivery date product, and other many products are available in our portfolio. But if I explaining, it might took a long time.
No,
These are our
completely get that.
portfolio at the
I
moment.
completely get that. And anyone who's interested, if you're an agency, if you're a store owner,
Yeah.
I'll have the link to all the apps in the show notes so that you can go and check all those apps out. But I think what you said really matters a lot because today, when looking at categories, and I've spoken with over 500 plus app founders while we were curating apps across all categories, and I've seen that more and more merchants are kind of focusing towards adding apps around helping that actually helps them increase sales, conversions, average order value, and all of those good stuff, right? People are kind of not going after apps which are kind of like good to have. Everyone wants revenue, everyone wants retention, everyone wants a higher cart size. So I think what iCart is doing is solving that pre-purchase journey so that a store owner can have a bigger cart amount, a bigger ticket size, and kind of upsell users while they are in the process of purchasing. Local delivery app, the Stellar Delivery, kind of helps them probably schedule the deliveries in terms of when they actually want the product to be delivered or when they can actually come and pick it up from the store. That's again a great part. But I believe you recently launched one new app which solves the post-purchase problem as well. Would you like to talk more about that?
Yeah, look, we have already one good app in pre-purchase with iCart. So customers have also possibility to sell after post-purchase as well. So after with the checkout and after checkout. So by considering this, we released recently Sell More, the app, which is specially only for checkout upsell, thank you page upsell, and order status. Only considering like post-purchase upsell. So by our brand, we are trying to give a solution inside our umbrella. Like one customer can do pre-purchase and post-purchase through us. So they didn't like mess with any different apps with different discount and which is not compatible competitive with each other apps. So that is why we release Sell More, which is specifically for post-purchase.
That's just beautiful, man. And again, that's what I really love about app founders or portfolio app companies who come from an agency background because they kind of understand the entire funnel of how user comes on a store, what all activities they do, and how the overall process looks like. And then you kind of start building your app tech stack around the entire process. You kind of help merchants solve the pre-purchase journey. Then you help them with your local delivery app fine tune if they want to get something delivered or pick up, that's also covered. And then now once they have already made an order, you are kind of then try to again further upsell them with the sell more app. I think that's just clever, and that's how you should think about building portfolio of apps because I've seen a couple of portfolio of apps. One app has to do nothing with the other app. Those are very random apps, and I think when you have an app portfolio of like that, it kind of becomes very tough to sell because every app probably would have a different ICP, would have a different category of stores using it. But in your case, since one app takes users to the next step, and then you already have an app that fits right into the next step, and so on, you kind of can literally funnel any users who are coming on your first app to the second and from second to the third. I think that's again a very clever growth hack. What are your thoughts around that?
We are trying for store owner never miss any page for upselling because customer bring to store is very costly right now, and if we bring and we are not try to upsell all the possible ways, then customer merchants lose their money, which is possible. So like that, like we are trying to fulfill all the journeys where it is possible. And we see also like let's suppose you see like stellar delivery date and cart upsell, there is no direct relation, but we are seeing many merchants are using our both apps. In their cart upselling, they are showing delivery solutions as well. And recently we start seeing like with iCart. which is pre-purchase upsell, start using our sell more for post-purchase upsell. So we also seen both single merchant using our both apps to fulfill
Nice.
on complete something.
No, that's absolutely fantastic. How are things going on with Black Friday, Cyber Monday just around the corner? I'm sure your support team must be fully busy throughout the day.
Okay. So next week is Cyber Black Friday, and it is very black for developers because they need to keep their servers. Okay. So we start early before 2 weeks. We upgrade all our servers and capacities and everything. So Black Friday, Friday, Saturday is weekend for everyone, for developers. But we are still working on that days. Anytime if we found any peak or anything, so we are keep watching for 24 hours for next 5 days. Our server, our apps, and everything. So merchant not get suffer because of us.
No, absolutely. And I think this is right on time, and I should address this question. And again, nothing against Cloudflare, but recently Cloudflare went down for some time. And before that, also, there was another incident with another provider where a lot of apps were down. How are you guys managing that? Like, are you guys using Cloudflare or do you have backup options? I mean, would really love to learn more around the server side of things. How are you ensuring that something like that, like I mean, something like a Cloudflare level failure doesn't affect your app and in turns your customers during the busy season?
So failure is something for any technology company is possible. Like because of technology and some of small glitch might be possible. Half of the internet got down. The
Yep.
same thing recently happened with Cloudflare, and we are also using Cloudflare because it is Cloudflare is providing such a very nice service for catching purpose. It is speed up our services, loading power. We are also using Cloudflare. It is not any anything in this case we can do. Our apps also if get affected, but not like that way because we have one option to disconnect with Cloudflare and directly serve to merchants. So we are not like get any like kind of issues with that. But yes, we see initially we are get affected as well. So we take some time because we also need to do some work for that and resolve it shortly. Before Cloudflare, we resolve our apps issues. But yes, get affected. And like Amazon servers, Google servers, Cloudflare are the most common services for all the developers, for all the companies who are using their services. Many
Absolutely.
time, many time possible, Shopify also get some glitches because of that. Like merchants are not able to open our apps, not open the stores or store down. So like that happen. Like any tech company, it is possible because there are working humans, not robots. Still,
No, absolutely, man. And I mean, nothing against anyone. I think Cloudflare also came up. They kind of share the entire source code where the glitch actually happened. So I think,
they get clear. Like they release the next day one blog, send us emails as well. What is the issue? Why it happened? How they solve? And complete timeline. So it is very clear. Like they are giving us like everything in front of us, not nothing hide in front of us.
so that's definitely transparency at the best
That
level.
is why we are considering like that top solution.
Right, right. No, no, that's great. But I think it's good that we were able to address that. Okay, Priyank. So now at a juncture, which is one of my favorite rounds. Again, I have a couple of quick fire questions for you. Are you ready for that?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. Uh, Name one Shopify app that you love the most, and it can't be your own app.
Okay. Shopify Flow.
Okay, any particular reason?
Shopify Flow is something like Shopify Build, which can integrate with all the Shopify apps who want to work with Shopify directly in their service side, store side.
Okay. A particular merchant category do you think is still underserved?
Um, who are doing self deliveries.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so the next question is, what do you think is one of the most important category where merchant should focus on to get more sales?
Upselling category.
Okay, got it. And Priyank, if someone wants to connect with you to learn more about your apps or to discuss partnerships, where they can actually reach out.
Okay, they can directly reach out to me by priyank@identixweb.com. I am available. They can also reach out by our company sales email, which is available in our contact us page.
Awesome. And Priyank, that ends the quickfire round. But before we finish the episode, do you have any advice for agencies who are kind of interested in venturing into building their apps, or someone who just wants to launch their app and scale their business?
Okay. Look, with Shopify, we have trust on Shopify. Like we are working since long, and we are building on Shopify, and we are seeing very good journey with Shopify in future as well. Yes, if might be you not know, but we recently go public in India, BSC SME sector. We launch our IPO, Identixweb Limited IPO, on the based on the Shopify services and products. So any agency who are aiming big, they can go in public market as well with the Shopify help, Shopify products and everything. So just keep patient, keep going, and do best what you can do.
Awesome, awesome. So that's a wrap for the episode for the Shopify App Founders Edition on the SaaS Hub Podcast. Huge thanks to Priyank Savani for joining us today and sharing what it really takes to grow, support a high volume multi app portfolio inside the Shopify ecosystem. If you're interested in learning more about what all apps Identix have in their entire portfolio, you'll find the list to their Shopify app partner listing in the show notes. I'll also drop link to Priyank's LinkedIn and email addresses so that you can directly reach out to them. And if you're enjoying the show, make sure you follow and subscribe. We have got more conversations coming up with founders who are quietly building the tools that powers e-commerce from behind the scenes. I'm Yuvraj, your host, and I'll catch you on the next one. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.